Hey guys, this is Dirty Betch,
And this is Hi and Callie.
and it's about 6:40 in the morning right now, and we're gonna bring you one of our first gameplays of Black Ops 2. We got it at the midnight release, and we've been playing it ever since, and we have some thoughts on it basically. Hi and Callie, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are it's much different than what I expected and anticipated. The gameplay that I saw looked exactly like what we were playing, but it seemed like it felt much different. I don't know. It just wasn't what I expected.
Yeah, I can most definitely agree with that. With the original Black Ops, adapting to it wasn't too difficult. With Black Ops 2, I felt that they went a completely different direction. It was almost like a completely different game to me. Didn't take too many hits to actually die with this. Any gun you pretty much choose, as long as you hit them a few times, you really don't have a chance of surviving. Once you get hit by somebody, you're done. And it is quite an objective-based game. And that's pretty much what I took about it. Hi, Kelly.
Well, yes, you make a lot of good points there, and I agree with you that it really doesn't matter what gun you choose, you will die within the first couple of hits regardless. The thing is, you die fast because you're putting yourself in dangerous situations to get those score streaks, and doing so is really bad for you because you end up dying very quickly. It seems like it's something really obvious and overlooked from Activision's point of view. I mean, yes, the score streak system is a great system in theory, but when you implement it and you're actually having people running around in the middle of the map, it's not good for anybody. I don't know. Once you get a score streak going, you die almost instantly afterwards, and it makes it really difficult to keep your streak going. So that's the way I see it. It seems like it was a good idea. I don't know if it was executed improperly or if it's just not a good way of having Call of Duty kill streaks.
Yeah, speaking of the score streaks, I personally didn't like it so much. I really didn't know where I stood with the score streaks. I didn't know how far I was from the next one. The point system was a little hard to capture. Sometimes I was getting 100, sometimes I was getting 200, sometimes I was getting 10, 20, 25. It was way too many different types of increments of numbers, and it just confused me. So as I'm looking down here and there at the score streaks, when I'm gonna get it, I ended up dying. So I kept getting distracted with this gameplay and the style of it, and the score streaks itself I thought were not so great, to be quite honest. And hopefully in the near future there will be some patches for the game, because I'm not so hot on the first time playing it.
To rebuttal your score streak identification complaint, I'm gonna say that I think the way they did it was better. I mean, it's better to have a visual reference than a bunch of numbers that you have to look at and calculate. It creates an extra mess in your head. Instead of something visual, you can just glance at it and go on from there. But yes, I do agree that they did implement the increments in a very strange way. I mean, it makes sense but at the same time, it's really hard to keep track of mentally. But I mean, it seems like they're heading in the right direction. They just need to tweak a few things. But let's get onto the things that we actually do enjoy. For me personally, I really like the way the maps looked. I wouldn't say I liked how they performed, but looks-wise, they're really beautiful maps, very colorful, and I don't know, I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought the color scheme itself was good. The graphics were much better than before. It was actually, when I was playing it, it seemed like a puzzle. A lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of windows to pop out from, a lot of different levels. So almost every map that I was a part of, I don't know if we hit all of them yet, but all of them we were playing, there was at least 2 levels, windows, doors, exits, entrances. I mean, every which way you look, there's a way in, there's a way out, and that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. Basically, have to watch your back even more than you did before.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, no matter where you went, there was multiple entrances and exits, and it got really hard to look every which way before continuing along the road you were going, which increases the death rate, and it was difficult to deal with in any map. because they all had so many entrances, and I couldn't keep track of where to look at all times.
Yeah, and you know, going with the score streaks, back to the score streaks here, I was happy to see that they brought the tax dogs back, and I thought, you know, here and there we'll probably hit them almost every game at least, and you know, quite honestly, it was quite difficult to hit, and it's basically a lot harder to acquire your score streaks than ever before. Not in Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3 did I ever have any difficulty with acquiring any score streaks, but this one, there's so many moving variables. Another thing, knifing is extremely difficult. They eliminated lunging. They took that out of the picture, and you have to be on point. I cannot tell you how many knives I missed in the beginning of the game until I realized that, you know, it's really not assisted like it was before, and you have to be pretty on point. So you're better off, depending on the distance, you gotta make a judgment call whether or not you should really be hip firing or going for the knife, because it's not going to assist you if you're quite a bit away from the enemy.
Well, personally, I think that nerfing the knife was a good idea. I mean, it's called panic knifing for a reason. People panic and they hit the button. They don't really judge whether or not they should knife. But the thing is, you cannot take this game and play it like you would Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3, because it feels completely different. You have to get a new set of skills. You have to hone your new set of skills to match objective style play, which is getting the objective and taking care of enemies that are trying to get you off the objective. Before time runs out, can we talk about the classes? We got a couple more minutes left here.
Yes.
So the classes. I don't know. You begin. I was rambling on about the knife.
Well, the classes here, they made them very different. They, in my opinion, tried to keep a portion of the specialist type gameplay where you can keep multiple perks. It is a little deceiving. I was under the impression that if you have basically 10 points to select a class, each point would act as either a perk or a lethal or tactical weapon, and or attachments to your gun. Well, that's not entirely true. You basically have to use a point per perk. You have to use a point to unlock the fact that you can use 2 perks in each class. Basically, you would have to select 3 tokens alone just for the fact that you can use 6 total perks. As easy as it was either in Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3, I know each game is different, but in this case, I still have not found my niche.
I also want to add that I felt quite limited in what I could do with the classes. You really have to choose either if you want attachments on your gun or if you want that extra perk or 2. And it seems like the lethal and tactical grenades, they really are kind of pointless in most scenarios. So you feel obligated to put it on your gun or use it as a perk. But these are our first impressions, and I hope that gave you some insight to what others think about the game. Thanks for watching.
This is Dirty Betch.
And hi, I'm Callie.
Hey, thanks for watching ANTF. We'll see you again.